You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White Sports fans, we're going to be talking about Brittney Griner here yet again in this video. Her trial is underway in Russia, and you guys know she's facing up to 10 years in jail for trafficking drugs into the country of Russia. And it has become very, very political, guys. There's a lot of pressure being put on the U.S. government to actually make a prisoner exchange to get Brittney Griner back home, maybe even trading away the merchant of death for Brittney Griner. I would not do that at all. Now, we know why Brittney Griner was in Russia. She actually plays for a Russian basketball team. She also plays in the WNBA. Now, guys, I do believe that we actually live in a free country here. Brittney Griner chose to go over there and play in Russia. She didn't have to. Nobody told her that she had to. But she wanted to go out there, play, and make more money. It's a free country. And if she wants to do that, I'm perfectly okay with that. But the woke sports media and woke athletes out there are saying that this is a gender pay issue. Now, folks, we said it before in other videos, you cannot compare the salaries of the NBA to a WNBA player. You cannot do it. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that the lower end NBA players get something like $1.6 million. That is an entire salary cap of a WNBA team. Why does the WNBA even exist? They do not make money. Would I ever want to buy a WNBA team if I actually had the capital? No, because you're just going to lose money. No WNBA team has ever made a profit, ever. And I believe like half of the teams that started off in the 1990s are not even in existence now. They're not. The WNBA should not exist. But still, Brittney Griner, being one of the best players in the WNBA, still getting paid $228,000. But the woke sports media wants you to feel bad that she's only making $228,000. To me, that sounds pretty good when the average WNBA team has lost $10 million. That brings us to the Boston Globe here. They are now blaming the NBA for Brittney Griner being in Russia. Now, Brittney Griner, last time I checked, doesn't even play in the NBA. Now, the NBA is the reason why the WNBA even exists. They actually subsidize the WNBA because the WNBA, after 26 years still, cannot make a profit. This league should not exist. Check this out on the Boston Globe here from Christopher L. Gasper. Why is Brittney Griner in Russia in the first place? Because the NBA does not do enough financially to help the WNBA. After 26 seasons, he's saying that the NBA does not do enough. Folks, your parents are only going to teach you how to walk for so long, and then eventually you're going to have to walk on your own. The WNBA is a disaster. The WNBA is a flop. This long, they still need the NBA to pay their bills. This is pretty pathetic here, but you still have people out there talking about this is a gender pay issue. No, it's not. Your league is trash. It's just that simple. The WNBA is trash. Let's check out some of this, guys. Infuriating, disturbing, helpless. These are a few of the feelings conjured thinking about the detention of WNBA star Brittney Griner, seeing pictures of her handcuffed in a Russian courtroom on Friday, the outset of her trial on dubious drug charges. That's their words, not mine. One of the queens of American women's basketball is a geopolitical pawn in frosty relations between the United States and Russia. Is unnecessary for reasons beyond the perversion of justice in Vladimir Putin's Stygian state. Now, Brittney Griner was arrested near the end of February, if I'm not mistaken. That was before the invasion of Ukraine. Nobody cared about Brittney Griner getting arrested at that time. It wasn't until Russia invaded Ukraine that the word got out. And then all of these politicians on the left, because there's some dirty business over there in Ukraine. Now, I'm not pro-Russia. I don't have a dog in the fight. But they have made this extremely political here. We said it before on this channel, folks. If Brittney Griner broke Russian laws bringing drugs into the country, she's going to have to pay the price. She is. But it goes on. Griner could be on a WNBA court instead of in a foreign powers kangaroo one if the wage gap between women's basketball players and their male counterparts wasn't as wide as the political divide in America, the polarized. That pay gap is why Griner, a 7-time WNBA All-Star, 2-time WNBA Defensive Player of the Year, and 2-time WNBA scoring champion, was in Russia in the first place. Now, my question to this woke sports writer, who made her go over there? Who made her go over there? There's other American players also that play over there in Russia. Why weren't they arrested? Why weren't they arrested? Okay. She was traveling back to her well-heeled Russian team when she was detained February 17th at a Moscow airport and declared to have vape pens containing hashish oil in her luggage, setting off this saga. Griner will be making $1 million to $1.5 million playing for oligarch-funded UMMC Ekaterinburg, a superpower that has long shelled out top dollar for the world's best women's players. The WNBA's paltry pay pushed Griner into Russian crosshairs. Well, you know what? Maybe that Russian league or whatever league she's actually playing in, maybe they actually make money. That's probably the reason why. And he even mentions it here in his article too. Let's check this out. No one has the expectation that WNBA players make the same as their NBA counterparts. The revenue disparity would never support that. You're saying that yourself. But sports and leagues offer value beyond their balance sheets, especially when they symbolize opportunity and equality. If we say we value those as a society, then we need to demand more of the NBA relative to the WNBA. The worth of every entity can't be measured solely in money. The value of the WNBA goes beyond crunching numbers, and so should the NBA's investment in it. You can't put a price on the dreams of millions of girls or a woman's freedom. While Griner's safety and freedom are the paramount concerns, her ordeal has cast a light on the plight of women's professional basketball players. WNBA players are compelled to play in foreign countries to maximize their worth. They can't bank on money from the league. The WNBA salary cap is $1.4 million per team. The minimum salary for an NBA player with 1 year of experience is a projected $1.637 million. A WNBA Supermax contract is $228,094 per season. The league minimum is around $60,000 of what an NBA player would leave in the glove box of his Bentley. There are marketing agreements, bonuses, and the Commissioner's Cup competition that can push compensation higher, but it's not enough to turn down big-time female ballers can make overseas. There's a cash chasm between the NBA and WNBA. 2-time reigning MVP Nikola Jokic just agreed to the most lucrative contract in NBA history, 5-year, $270 million Supermax extension, taking his pay over the next 6 seasons to $303,000. Now check this out. The NBA is nearly a $9 billion business. Says you can't concede me the league can't afford to spend more money to sustain and subsidize the WNBA, given what it stands for 50 years after Title IX. The WNBA needs to stand on its own. It is just that simple. It is just as simple. Look at this next sentence here. It doesn't take economist Adam Smith to understand the league. The leagues are on opposite ends of the economic spectrum from a supply and demand standpoint. The WNBA doesn't turn a profit. They don't make a profit. And he's talking about the NBA needs to do more when they have done everything. And most of these WNBA teams are actually owned by NBA owners. They're wasting their money. They're wasting them. This doesn't make any sense right here, guys. And check this out. They actually have comments on here. Okay. Look at this one. Gasper, you said it yourself. The WNBA doesn't turn a profit. How much supplemental funding from the NBA is needed to prevent this? The easy answer is not enough for a professional athlete who always wants to be paid more. I certainly don't blame Griner for taking this opportunity. Yet, she had to know the risk reward with the upcoming Ukrainian war, but she had already been playing there, I believe, for a couple of years anyway. But I digress. That billionaire oligarch, along with the other billionaire oligarchs, are following the etiquette laid down by the boss, talking about Putin. Thus, that billionaire oligarch was not able to help Griner when she stupidly brought illegal drugs into Russia, or for that matter, pretty stupid to bring illegal drugs into any country. Yeah, you don't bring drugs into any country. You don't do that. But for this guy to say that, blaming the NBA for Brittney Griner being over there, the NBA, I'm willing to bet, man, the NBA has lost so much money investing in the WNBA. And no matter what they do, people don't care. People don't show up. Women do not watch the WNBA. They don't. The vast majority of people that actually still watch the WNBA is still men. Women do not care about this. This is a dumb article here trying to put the blame on the NBA when the WNBA, what have they really done? What have their players actually done to grow their brand? They haven't done anything. They haven't done anything. And pretty much their games are on ESPN, and people have turned off ESPN. ESPN losing a lot of money also for the Walt Disney Company. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, what do you think of this dumb article here blaming the NBA? We're not even fans of the Marxist NBA of China. But even we know that the WNBA should not exist. I'm not going to blame Adam Silver for the WNBA not making money. I mean, LeBron James, there's a reason why he's able to make a whole bunch of money. He's a draw. As much as we don't like him, he's a draw. The WNBA, they just don't have players like that. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.